All right, guys, we are back. Another Java with James here at the beautiful Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and joined by the beautiful Hélio Castroneves.
Hello,
welcome.
Having a little latte.
Cheers. Well, yeah, let's get right into it. Let's start. So, Java with James, we're drinking some Java, and what did we order today?
I got a vanilla latte. Yes.
A vanilla latte.
A vanilla latte. I like the little sweet and very nice. I like the coffee, but not as strong. That's why I put more milk.
I would have thought like South America. Don't you
They
guys
are.
like really strong coffee, like double espressos and?
They love coffee. Like my wife doesn't. She's from Colombia.
Yeah,
Colombia coffee, right?
That's kind of the place.
I know, but I'm a little. I guess I didn't grow up with.
You're just a sweet guy.
Here you go.
So I like coffee.
Sweet
Okay, so
coffee.
so I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee.
Okay.
So every time the guest orders a coffee, I get the same thing. So I try it.
Okay.
See like everybody's
I
flavor.
think
So
you're gonna
cheers.
like it. Cheers.
Okay.
But you don't like coffee because of the what is it? The taste? The
Yeah.
song that you get you hyper?
Tastes. I don't know. I don't mind caffeine.
I don't drink every day,
I'm not
by
like
the way.
anti-caffeine or anything.
It's just the sporadic time.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. This just tastes like like a children's drink. This is a very very sweet drink. So it's like mixing a syrup with coffee, which I guess is what it is.
I love it. I love it. Nobody
So, I mean,
ever described that, but I guess I'm still a big kid.
It still tastes like coffee, but yeah, it's sweeter. So you know what? This is probably my favorite one so far. Still never going to order one, but I like it. I like where you're at. But you don't drink coffee every day?
No.
You seem like you're naturally energetic.
Exactly.
You
If
don't
I
need
drink
it.
coffee, I think you're gonna cross over. I have situations that I'm like, man, I don't know what's going on, but I think it was the coffee or the depends. But I like tea and depends sometimes coffee.
Adriana's like, no coffee for you.
No coffee.
You
Yeah,
don't need any more.
yeah,
We don't
no.
need you bouncing off the walls around the house.
Absolutely right.
So you are back at the Speedway
Ah,
in your
Awesome.
favorite place on earth,
I love
I
it.
imagine.
I love it.
But it's a bit of a different role, bit of a
Yeah.
different program this year, because not only are you driving, you also own part of the team.
That's funny. I was watching some of the races, obviously prepping myself for this year in the Indy 500, and then I saw one of the announcers. Oh, okay, with Ed Carpenter, the only owner
On
and
his
driver.
driver,
I'm like, oh, I guess he's gonna have a two now this year. Which you're right, it's a little bit different. Excited about with MSR having Felix and Tom Blomqvist in the car. They're doing a phenomenal job, and for me, being on this side that I never been, it's the first time understanding, learning how much information they have to go to and deliver to the driver. I keep trying to say, like, don't say that. He doesn't need to know that. Say the right stuff. So it's actually really cool to be on the time stand on this perspective that I never been. But I do miss being driver because sometimes there are informations that I don't need to know. I just want to keep it going, you know.
Yeah. So obviously the first few races of the year, you're in this new role. You're standing on the timing stand. First of all, I got to do that when I got hurt, right? And I started coming back to some races. I stood on the timing stand. I was so terrified once I got on the timing stand to see how unorganized it really was, how chaotic it was. I'm like, wait a minute. You get on the radio in the car, you ask a question, and then it's like silent for 30 seconds and you get your answer. You assume that in that 30 seconds, one person's like, I got this one, going on the computer, check this, check timing, here's the answer, please relay it to the driver, relays it to the driver. No, you ask a question, it's, what did he ask? How do we figure that out? Who knows that? Who's got that computer? What do we do? Yeah, James, the answer is...
That is exactly what he just said. That's exactly
good. So
what
it's not
happened.
just my timing stand. It's all.
It was so funny, and I'm like, probably they were talking so fast, and I'm like, what did you say? What did you say? I didn't understand. So it makes it more the chaotic, crazy. But it is right. I should actually talk to you before when I stepping into this new role, which is understanding the expectation. But as it goes, yeah, it's getting calmer and nicer.
So we're now into May, obviously. At the time you and I are sitting, we have the GP still coming this morning. But at what point in the year does Hélio kind of switch? Because I know you. I've got a feeling that once we're here, yes, you're technically on paper an owner, but it doesn't matter once you walk once you walk through the gates at Indy, you are driver 100%. So when did that sort of switch flip for you, and when do you go into full driver mode for the 500?
Well, that was a month and a half ago already. I was already
before the open test.
Before the open test, I'm already special with the group that we have. We have a lot of the people from the sports car program,
right?
And this year we're not doing, but in next year we will. But the fun part of it, a lot of the people wants to be part of this, and the mechanics, the crew chief, and engineer. I mean, I believe you worked with Andy before,
yep.
And now he is part of this program. He's excited as well. We already changed the setup 3 times, even before we get into the car. I said, Andy, relax. But that's the cool part about it. That's the things that I really enjoy most. It's developing, it's studying. So I'm honest, it's true. It's been a month and a half that we've been discussing that, so that when we get together, it's not going to be the first time. It's going to be kind of like we already have the the momentum and everybody's synchronized.
Right. Have you been on the sim at all?
Honestly, sim for me,
you don't need.
However, they did say they improved the sim. I don't know, but the sim, I'm like,
not your thing.
I prefer to stay on the real deal.
Okay, I mean, you're going to talk a lot about being back in the car this month. I don't want to make you go through all the same stuff you're going to talk about. But how about once the race is over, right? We have Detroit the next weekend. But how quick do you think? This is the first time you've done it where you've had to now kind of transition back into another role. How quick are you going to be able to get back out of driver mode and back into owner mode?
Hopefully not too long. Hopefully we're going to be busy doing a lot of interviews. That's the goal. But I don't know. Everything is new. Just like when I did Dancing with the Stars, I have no expectation in what's going to happen. It's the same thing what's happening this year. I'm just going with the flow, and everything is being brand new.
So let's talk about life away from the racetrack. It's very different. When you are a full-time IndyCar driver, you wake up in the morning, you have to do X, Y, Z. You wake up thinking, what can I do today to be a better racing driver?
Right, so I'm still, sorry to interrupt, but I'm still in sort of like driver mode.
Right.
Wake up, have my exercise, about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's a must. I feel that if I don't do that, my body doesn't function right. And after that, go through the whole process, whether it's part of the meetings with the guys. I'm more with the Felix group, because the people that was with me for the last 2 years, that's the one I feel not only more comfortable, I understand what they're talking about, and I'm trying to learn this environment,
right,
of a different side. It's easy to someone that already understand my language, or I understand them what they're saying. So, and obviously talking to Mike, Jim sometimes, and the rest of the team. And there is other things that I've done. I work with Concourse Club as well. I mean, they're a big part of, I'm ambassador for them. Go a lot to the Miami area, so they're taking some, memberships to drive with them, racing the club. I actually been traveling more.
I did the same thing.
And actually when I was racing.
Yeah.
So this is typical what's happening in my week.
And are you enjoying that side of it?
I am actually. That side, I think you related a little bit. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy talking about racing, that's what I love. I enjoy that environment. It does wear you out a little bit, but in the end of the day, you're not gonna be in the race car next day like we used to do this thing. So for me, it's just switching a little bit off, making people happy. That's my goal now.
You talk about being down in Miami, working with Concourse Club. I can't help but notice, we're here in Indianapolis. It's May. It's very nice out, blue sky, sunshine. He has a shirt, a quarter zip, a jacket, and then a vest on. You're not loving this weather, huh, bud?
They're saying it's beautiful. It is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but there is a wind right here in my ear. It's hitting right there. It's about 62 degrees right now. A lot of people probably would say, yes, that's a perfect weather. For me, 75, 80 is a perfect weather. Yes, I know I'm from Brazil, live in Miami. That's what I like here.
It's 61. That's I wanted to check. Your temperature gauge is good. Yeah, you can take the man out of Brazil, but you can't take the Brazil out of the man. You need that warm weather.
That is correct.
You need that warm weather.
I need the warm. I need to keep it going.
So we were just chatting before, because you just mentioned Dancing with the Stars. And we can't not talk Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, come on. You and I, man, come on.
We're kindred spirit. We're connected forever by this experience, which he loves to remind me he won and I came second.
I didn't remind you. He said that.
This is the first time ever that I was the one that said it and you did not, which is fine. You won it, fair and square.
You did great.
But you were asked to go back to the show
I know.
last year to do a performance for the finale. What was it like walking back onto the stage?
Terrifying.
Scarier than the first time you did it?
So when they called me, I was Thanksgiving. I always go Thanksgiving to Brazil. I take my daughter and spend time with my family down there. And Dina Cass is the one that basically recruit all of us. And she calls me and asks, hey, would you like to do the finale? I'm like, Dina, are you sure you called the right number? It's been 15 years that I put
15,
15 years.
Crazy.
And it was great because I said, you know what? I'm ready. Julianne, I'm going to reconnect with Julianne again, which was fantastic. And when I got there in LA, I was ready to rehearsal. And I have all these young dancers. And I'm like, I don't know anybody. They don't know me either. They think I'm a professional. They start talking the language. Okay, we're going to go on to 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, excuse me, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I was a champion this season 5. Most of you probably were in diapers, but anyway, nice to meet you all. Can somebody help me? And it was great. There was someone, she was incredible actually, start teaching me, and we went all day. It was pretty easy.
I gotta say, I can see why they thought you were a professional dancer. You kind of have that vibe, man. You kind of have that look. You got the hair. You got the dancer hair, like no doubt about it. You got the good posture. You're not like most race car drivers, slunched over. We call it the Randall from Monsters Inc. That was my thing on the show. Sharon was always like, you look like the lizard from Monsters Inc. Thanks. But no, yeah, I can see that. Maybe in another life, you could be a pro.
Every time I go to a place, whether I understand what I'm talking about or not, but I gotta look spotless. So I had the outfit that it was pretty much what they normally dress, and the swimsuit and ready to go, and or even I don't play golf, but when I go, man, you think I'm a Tiger Woods in the white version. You're like, man, that guy is incredible, but I can't play.
He's got the fashion sense. I love it. And we were just talking about how you said 15 years ago you won that show. You went back on for the All-Star season. That was, what, 12 years ago?
Yep.
You're still to this day signing pictures.
Crazy, right?
Of people that have, remember you from doing that.
Look, and I'm sure you have the same experience. It was something that we both didn't understand. I didn't understand how far this would go, and all of a sudden, yes, people remember. It was a great memory. In fact, I sent a text to Julianne, and she texted back. I was like, oh, what a great memory we all had together. And it's true. I still it reminds me of if you put your mind and hard work and sweat into it and have fun, you can succeed. And even something that you and I were not professionals about that. We were always being racing. So yeah, that was an incredible experience.
I do have a bone to pick with you though, actually, now that I think about it, because you say we both had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. When I did it, you did know what I was getting myself into.
I did.
And you did not accurately explain to me what I was getting myself into. You're like, oh, it's great, you're gonna love it. You're like, it's a lot of work, but it's fine. Then you get there, it's a lot more work.
I didn't want to scare you. I didn't want to push you because I knew you would be great. I mean, which you did. You went to the finals, and again, unfortunately, I feel that your season was much harder because you did have professional dancers, let's put it this way, and you competing against those people, which I don't think it's fair, by the way. And but no, I didn't want to scare you because
it's good. No, I'm glad that you did it, because I wouldn't
like,
have
what
agreed.
The heck am I
doing
doing
I'm
here?
definitely not doing that.
I think we were in Chicago, right?
No, we were in it was Pocono. I got the call in Pocono, and we actually got sat next to each other in the autograph session that weekend. I'm like, hey, buddy, I got to tell you something. I got this phone call. You're like, you got to do it.
I know.
And I'm glad that you lied to me.
Yeah.
Bold-faced lied to me.
Perfect.
Okay, you have had an incredible and are still in the midst of an incredible driving career. You've won pretty much everything. I know you said that it's Sebring 12 Hours is like the one thing that you haven't won that you really are still fighting for, right?
Yep, that's correct.
So that's going to happen at some point. I can already tell.
Yep.
You're now into this next phase with team ownership. That's going to go on for however long. It could expand. The empire could grow. Who knows? What else? What's next? What's not next, but what's another thing that Hélio Castroneves would like to explore in life? You've done the driving. Now you're part of the team owner thing. Is there another thing on the horizon?
I mean, certainly, as you mentioned, sports car is something that you can keep it going.
Yeah.
Because of, you know, you have other drivers that collaborated with the scenario, the whole long distance racing. Certainly, winning a championship with the team would be something that I never did as a driver in IndyCar. Would be actually probably next chapter of my life to do something like that. That'll be great.
That's the next thing to check off the list.
Absolutely.
Okay. You think you guys can do it?
Absolutely. Right now, we're showing incredible potential. Not only with Felix, but Tom is growing up, he's understanding, and being a rookie, getting better. I do feel that we have a phenomenal potential for the future, for sure.
All right.
Otherwise,
finally,
I want to be here.
That's fair. That's fair. So then, finally, predictions for this month.
Okay, you talk qualifying, racing. What do you?
Yeah.
All of it. Qualifying, I don't think we have the fastest car yet. However, unfortunately, open test, we were able to put all the bits together, but I think other ones didn't either. So I do believe we shorten up the distance on the speed compared to the big dogs. However, for qualifying, I don't have like a big expectation, but for race, I do. And that's where I'm really focused on it and really looking for it. So watch out. Number 06 is back.
I was talking to Townsend Bell the other day, who said you and him were having a conversation that I thought was quite funny. He goes, now that you have this ownership role in the team, you know, as a driver, you have no say in anything, really, right? When it comes to the build of the race car.
Right.
The team has all the different components, and you get whatever gearbox they give you, whatever uprights, whatever front wing, whatever rear wing, whatever floor, etc. But as an owner now, do you have a little bit more say in what parts go on what car?
Absolutely. In fact, I said I want a new car. I want a new gearbox. Everything got to be brand new, and that's what I'm getting, which is great. Like I said, I feel that all those 2 years, we had 21, obviously with the huge success. 22, the car was incredible as well. And 23, because changed the tires a little bit, I misled and read sort of the stuff that we were doing, and I'll take that on the bad one. But I want everything to start from scratch, and that's what we're doing.
All right. Well, if you're Felix Rosenquist or Tom Blomqvist, I'm sorry. You do not have the best anything on your car, because the boss has it. But hey, he deserves it. 4-time Indianapolis 500 winner, Hélio Castroneves. Have a great month of May. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Thanks, my friend. Appreciate it. Thank you.